A huge snowstorm has left tens of thousands of homes in Bosnia without power on Christmas Eve and caused traffic chaos. The blizzard has wrought havoc across the Balkans, with snow drifts closing motorways in Croatia and also affecting travel in Serbia. Movement of heavy vehicles has been banned in the three countries, and trains were halted in parts of Bosnia. Tens of thousands of homes in Bosnia and Herzegovina lost access to electricity on Tuesday after heavy snow and winds crashed into the Balkans region. Roads were blocked and traffic faced major disruption as the access to some towns and villages was entirely blocked. Authorities in Bosnia, Serbia, and Croatia banned the movement of heavy vehicles and imposed limited traffic levels on all affected roads. The storms affected all of Bosnia, Croatia, Slovenia, Serbia, Kosovo, Montenegro, and North Macedonia. Throughout the Balkans, authorities issued travel warnings as snow drifts forced the closure of major routes. Officials also advised citizens of staying home and avoiding travel where possible. Local media say that more than 200,000 homes in Bosnia lost power as the storms damaged power lines, which resulted in their failure. The failure has reportedly also caused many of those homes to lose access to heating and water. Northwestern and western Bosnia were hit hardest by the storm. Residents there were left without even clean drinking water, and schools across the regions were shut for a second consecutive day. Regional television network N1 said dozens of vehicles were stuck in the snow for 10 hours in western Bosnia before they were able to continue their travels. The northwestern Bosnian town of Drvar was also completely cut off from the outside world, according to its local officials. Snow there piled on the roads and highways, making the use of cars and railways impossible. Authorities in Drvar declared an emergency as they continue to struggle to clear the snow. The hikers from Hungary, a man and a woman, got lost Sunday in poor weather in the mountains north of the capital, Ljubljana, the STA news agency reported. One has a broken leg, it said. The report said a rescue mission that was suspended overnight due to high winds and avalanche risk resumed Monday, but a helicopter could not take off in bad weather to reach the pair at an altitude of 1,700 meters, 5,600 feet, officials and media said. Rescuers by mid-afternoon reached the woman but were unable to immediately locate the injured man, said Jurnic Lanisek, who leads the rescue mission. In Bosnia, a Turkish woman and her daughter got their car stuck in snow on Prinj Mountain in the south and were pulled out by a mountain rescue team. In Croatia, traffic was banned on most roads in the central Lika region and along some sections of motorways. Storms along the Adriatic Sea coastline shut down ferries to the islands and halted traffic on roads towards central areas. All bus departures from the coastal town of Split toward the capital, Zagreb, were canceled Monday, regional N1 television reported. Authorities in Croatia and Bosnia urged citizens to avoid travel. Bosnia's government suspended classes Monday in schools in the northwest due to heavy snow. The snowstorm is forecast to move to Serbia, where meteorologists warn people in the west to avoid travel and prepare for possible power cuts. Rescue teams across Bosnia and Herzegovina have had multiple rescue operations due to the snow that has fallen over the past 24 hours. The GSS Bihak station published today a summary of the rescue operation in the Lipa Vrtoka area, which was successfully completed around 1400 hours. A total of 48 vehicles and about 100 people were evacuated, with which this joint operation proved how important coordination and solidarity are in emergency situations, writes AVA.BA. The Ministry of Internal Affairs of the Central Canton of Bosnia announced that the movement of pedestrians is possible, but it is not yet possible to move vehicles. On the other hand, the authorities have stated that during the next day, the work of cleaning the snow will continue as well as the distribution of aid to the stranded citizens. The continuous snowfall since last night has also paralyzed the streets of Sarajevo. On the streets today, only rare passers-by and cars are visible, and a small group of tourists are enjoying the real winter atmosphere. Winter is showing its full strength, and the latest meteorological models indicate that a large amount of snow will hit Bosnia and Herzegovina. According to the weather forecast sent by the Istramet website, parts of Bosnia and Herzegovina are expected to experience extreme weather until Thursday. Meteorologists warn of continued heavy snowfall, which has caused traffic problems and made it difficult to move around in the affected areas. Citizens are advised to be vigilant, especially in mountainous and rural areas where high snow accumulations are expected. For anyone planning to travel, it is advisable to monitor the latest information on road conditions and adjust your plans to the weather conditions. The KJKP RAD Winter Service Team has been on the ground this morning and is intensively working to clear the roads in the capital area of Bosnia and Herzegovina. KJKP spokesman Rad Mirza Ramek confirmed to Fani that this morning there were 40 vehicles in the field, and 140 workers were working on manual snow removal. Just to remind you, yesterday it started snowing heavily in the Sarajevo Canton area from 9 a.m., and according to the weather forecast, it will continue to snow in the following days. Yesterday it snowed about 25 to 30 centimeters, and an additional 10 centimeters is expected today. Meanwhile, a man who works in Jelasnica at the observatory was going to his shift, but due to bad weather, he got lost. The GSS team followed him to look for him. The search lasted until 10 p.m. last night. About 50 people were looking for him. The search was stopped last night due to bad weather. This morning it continues. Fani from Kux KS was informed. Elsewhere, members of the Novi Grad Sarajevo Mountain Rescue Service intervened in the Jessica settlement tonight. 10 of them made their way through the snow in an attempt to evacuate a seriously ill woman. It's about a very difficult terrain due to snow. The woman lives at home with her husband and is seriously ill. Tomorrow, she may have to undergo surgery. The situation in the terrain is chaotic. 2 off-road vehicles are stuck on our road, he told local media. The Federal Hydrometeorological Institute has issued an orange warning for tomorrow due to increased wind and snowfall expected in some areas. Gusts of between 50 and 80 kilometers per hour are expected in the western, northwestern, and Herzegovina regions. Snowfall is expected to reach up to 30 centimeters in Krajina and up to 50 centimeters in the mountainous regions. Across the Balkans, authorities issued urgent travel warnings as snowdrifts closed major routes. The Croatian mountain rescuers braved the weather on skis to rescue a man stranded in his car on his way to dialysis treatment. In Drvar, town authorities declared a snow emergency as residents became stranded.